You have done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished. And you should all... run.
Right, everyone, I want to talk about Diablo 3 in 2025. Yes, the slaying demons and GPU melting game that is Diablo 3. I know you're thinking the game isn't ancient, and it launched back in 2012, yes, and they've released the expansion Reaper's Soul since then, and I wanted to tackle the thing because some people don't know this game is out there. Is Diablo 3 still kicking in 2025? It is, surprisingly, after 13 years, and it might just be the most fun you can probably have clicking your mouse 1,000 times a minute. I just wanted to cover it, whether you're a returning player, someone who bounced off Diablo 4, or just curious about what the old school ARPG has to offer. I want to break it down into gameplay, graphics, community, content, and whether it's worth your time playing in 2025, because I know many people haven't experienced it, and I love the game. I've been playing it for 6 years now at this point, back on the Xbox, and now I'm playing it on PC, and I love it, and I want more people to know about it, and that's why I'm going to make this video. The gameplay is where Diablo 3 shines. The game is fast, blinking the entire screen explodes kind of fast. 7 classes, each with their own playstyle. You can be a whirlwind barbarian, slicing through mobs like a blender, for summoning zombie dogs and giant toads as a witch doctor. You can do that, and if you're into sleek, high damage, maybe demon hunter who dodges everything and nukes bosses from across the map. The combat is fluid, responsive, and honestly still addictive to this day, and you're constantly chasing better gear, tweaking your build, and pushing higher difficulty levels. The game rewards you for experimenting. There's no penalty for switching skills or trying new combos. On top of the story mode, they added an adventure mode a while back, is where most people spend their time now. It's kind of an open world, mission based, and skips the campaign entirely. You jump in, do bounties, greater rifts, Nephilim rifts, and grind loot. It's streamlined, fast paced, perfect for both short sessions and long marathons. And I think the gameplay sits here, and I'm trying to sum it up really quickly because, you know, I don't want to make this a long video. Diablo 3's gameplay is still probably some of the most addicting, repetitive gameplay I've played, and obviously once you've done the story, you don't necessarily need to play adventure mode because a lot of people won't be into that repeated addictive gameplay. I'm more into playing the story, and that'll be it. Whatever your playstyle is, there's 2 game modes in the game, and there's also seasonal, which I'll go into later. You really can't go wrong with it, especially if it's that kind of game you like, the ARPG slasher kind of style. Right, let's talk visuals. Is Diablo 3 showing its age? A little. It's not going to blow your mind like Cyberpunk or Baldur's Gate, but it's got style. That kind of gothic, moody art direction still holds up, and the spell effects are flashy enough to make your screen look like a fireworks show most of the time. The game's got an upgrade since the Reaper's Soul expansion. Obviously, the graphics aren't exactly what they were like back in 2012, back when some of us were still playing on square monitors, and it was that kind of time. On PC, it runs like butter, even on older rigs. I often crack my game to 4K, max out the settings, and I'll still hit 120 FPS easily. Consoles handle it well too. The Xbox and the PS5, it can easily run on the Xbox One at 60 frames a second stable. I don't even want to know what the Xbox Series X or PS5, I haven't tried them, but I'd imagine it'd probably run them if it fucking could on 1000 FPS. If you're on Switch, it's surprisingly solid for handheld demon slaying, to be honest. I haven't played it myself, but I've heard the stats, and it's quite easy to push 60 FPS upwards on 1080p, especially on the older Nintendo. I don't even know about the new Nintendo Switch 2 that released recently. It's not photorealistic, and it doesn't need to be. The vibe is kind of what matters with Diablo 3, that kind of old dark fantasy gothic style that it's going for. And honestly, it's a top-down game, not exactly kind of a third-person top-down, and you wouldn't really constantly be examining textures and graphics, but the game looks amazing from the angle it's shown at in the game. The community in the multiplayer. Now, what about the player base? Because this is the big thing that a lot of these older games has. Is anyone still playing this game? And surprisingly, yes, Diablo 3 still has a loyal community, and seasonal resets keep people coming back. Season 35 just dropped, I think. New legendary powers, cosmetics, and leaderboards to climb, and every single season, the seasons are rotational. I don't know exactly when they come out. It's quite often. If you're into like the min-maxing builds and chasing high greater rift clears, there's still plenty of competition. Multiplayer is smooth, you can team up with friends or randoms. Game scales difficulty based on party size, and if you're on console, local co-op is kind of a hidden gem, because if you're playing with mates, It can be a really fun sit down the couch and wreck some demons together. Only downside is you still need to be online even for solo play, and I don't know why they haven't fixed this, but I think it's intentional, and it's kind of a thing they're pushing with most new Battle.net and Blizzard games, where they're constantly pushing for the constant live service. It's a bit annoying, especially if your internet's spotty sometimes, but once you're in, it's fairly seamless, and once your internet kind of calms down and stops having the fit that it always does, I know everyone's internet has it, the game is fairly seamless. As for the content replayability, you've got the full campaign, adventure mode, Nephilim rifts, great rifts, challenge rifts, and the seasonal journey. As I mentioned before, there's always something to do on the loot grind. It's still one of the most satisfying in gaming, I find, with so many stats to max out. Once you hit level 70, real game begins. You start unlocking Paragon levels, which are extra levels that you can put towards more stats that go up infinitely as far as I'm aware. You're farming gear, unlocking set bonuses, and kind of pushing higher torment levels, which is the difficulty system. There's always a new build to try with heirlooms and legendaries, and your character can really be completely fucking unique because every modifier on every item is different, and magic properties and heirlooms, everything is different, and there's always usually a way you can be more powerful. Come campaign, you're not really grinding, you're kind of more enjoying the story and upgrading your gear. But once you get into adventure mode, and especially in seasonal, it is a massive gear grind, which is fun and addicting because all of the greater rifts, Nephilim rifts are all randomly generated, random mobs, and it really works well together. If you're new, don't worry, the game's super accessible. You can jump in, just pick a class and start smashing things. That's pretty much it. Difficulty scales well, and the community is generally welcoming, although I have found some people that can be kind of a fucking dickhead sometimes if you don't do exactly what they want. As long as you get a good group together, you'll definitely enjoy adventure mode and exploring the new seasons. Now here's something a lot of people are going to want to know: Diablo 3 versus Diablo 4. If you're wondering why play Diablo 3 when Diablo 4 exists, it's a fair question. Diablo 4 is newer, prettier, and has a more open world vibe. Diablo 3 is faster, more focused, and honestly more fun in short bursts. It's like comparing a tactical RPG to kind of an arcade brawler. Both are great, but they scratch different itches at a time. If you want tight combat, instant gratification, and a loot system that actually like respects your time, Diablo 3 might be the better pick, especially if you're burned out in Diablo 4 grind or just wanted something more casual. I always liked Diablo 3 as a game. I haven't played Diablo 4 yet, and I would love to play it on the channel. I've currently done my whole Diablo 3 series with my Necromancer and my Barbarian, and I'm uploading the full Barbarian as a full walkthrough soon on the channel. I haven't actually touched on Diablo 4 yet, so I don't know, but I haven't heard amazing things about Diablo 4 for people who are like, oh, the Diablo series is shit. No, it is not. Diablo 3, 2, and 1 are some of the best games ever made, but from what I've heard, Diablo 4 isn't great at times, and I want people to give Diablo 3 a try because they really may enjoy that a lot more than Diablo 4's new system. I don't want to say Diablo 4 is shit. I haven't actually played it. I just haven't had the time, but I won't make a verdict if Diablo 3 is better than Diablo 4. The common consensus online, it is, but I haven't played it, so I don't want to come to a conclusion just yet. The final verdict: should you play Diablo 3 in 2025? My answer would be absolutely. It's cheap, it's polished, and it's still a blast to this day, 13 years on. Whether you're a veteran looking to relive the glory days, or kind of a newcomer curious about the hype that was going on back in that time, it's worth checking out. Just don't blame me when you lose an entire weekend to Greater Rifts, because I've done it a lot. Let me know what you think of Diablo 3 if you've played it or if you're planning to play it, because I really want to see what people's opinions are on the game, because I've heard so many great things, but I haven't heard from my own audience. I want to see what people's consensus is. Diablo 3, Diablo 4, just drop them in the comments, because I kind of want to know. I also want to know if people are actually playing season 35 currently, but I want to know the general consensus on if it's worth playing right now, because I might get into it myself. But that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments about the things I just mentioned, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
No one can stop death.